Hello and welcome back to Starfield. I'm just going to load this because they will start talking immediately. I went to unpause and it started cutting off the first sentence,
I'm
so
telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk. Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back.
okay.
Just sit tight. Commander wants to have a little chat. The prisoner's ready, sir.
And it is this guy.
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss.
Just let me pay my fine so I can get out of here. This doesn't look like the local jail.
Highly perceptive. Let me add that to your list of skills. Speaking of which, let's see what we're working with here. Looks like you spent some time as a cyberneticist. I bet you have quite the analytical head on your shoulders. Good. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly
That's a
been
nice
quite
touch. I think he's
busy.
literally referenced the backstory
Oh,
we
and look at that.
chose at the beginning.
Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs.
I bet my shoe size isn't there.
You're absolutely right. Well, I'll have my people get right on that. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do?
Right, I'm gonna guess I know what that means. United Colonies Systems Defense. Derp. Why don't you tell me?
UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. Well,
Yep.
they handle the big picture stuff. We deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet.
Oh, I've been blowing those
That
people up.
conflict is where you enter the picture.
If whatever you're saying lets me off the hook, then I'm listening. I have nothing to do with them. Well, I've been blowing them up.
No you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down.
Why can't you see send their armada to wipe them out? Maybe you should give up. You want me to miss my neck and go
Not for
undercover?
me. For yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDev, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine.
Okay. Doesn't sound like much of a
Of course
choice.
you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else?
Fine.
Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
Just out of curiosity. So why did this activate? I thought they were taking me off because, you know, the whole, half of New Atlantis being exploded. I've apparently done something that's criminal, and that's why I don't even know what I've done.
Alright, let's go.
Is it because of how we stole that last artifact?
So, You took the op
So
instead of
just
serving
Blair
the
Witching in
time.
there.
Gonna be the commander's new role, huh? Infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right?
Hello.
Actually, I do have a power that allows me to create an personal atmosphere. Return to the lodges that way. Okay, well I guess we're following this dude though.
Alright, this is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikonde should be waiting for you.
Woo. Again, all I can think of is when we stole that artifact, and that's what I'm getting in here. Right, commander should be here somewhere. Oh, he's over there.
Yes.
I'd like to brief you on the mission, so please, pay attention. Ah,
Okay,
there
Mace
you
Windu.
are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, this is the operations center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Okay. You're going to need more than one ship to eliminate the entire fleet. Yep.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Get me in a room with them, I'll talk them into
Good.
anything.
I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Right, sounds simple enough.
Better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Okay.
Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
Right, I'll do my
I wouldn't
best.
expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Sure.
That's what I wanted to. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. You have your orders.
Right. And now can I go? Probably not. What is it? Speak to his second in command, okay. I guess we'll have to at least get to the point where it'll let me go. So we'll have to speak to everyone here, and then we'll be allowed to go, I guess.
All right.
we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me.
Understood.
Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Yeah, we've
For
got
the sake of the
security, so
settled
we can use
systems,
that.
I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
Right. I've seen
Then
my
you'll
fair share of
understand why it's so
violence.
important that this operation is successful. Anyway, before I let you go, there's just one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return.
Okay. Credit's now speaking
Commander
our
Akande
language.
came up with the idea. He was concerned you might not help us simply because it was the right thing to do. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Let me know if you need anything else.
Well, I guess we're off then.
Pardon.
Now, question. Does this stop me from doing the actual main plot because they've now loaded my ship full of contraband? Because I believe that the game has now randomly decided to just throw a wrench into the works of the main plot here that we're kind of doing. Literally gone, no, you're not allowed to do any more main plot. Go and do a side quest. Thanks, game. Love you too. Right, so Aurora,
How
eh?
are you?
Right. Aurora. Is it on there? It is not. Ah. So I'm guessing this is one of those. Oh yeah, you have, it's on the ship, and it's not really. It's just they've said it for flavor text, and it's not actually physically here on the ship. I mean, I'll take a look, but I don't think it is. I mean, it'll be under A for Aurora, but I've not seen it, and I'll quickly just skim through just in case. I don't know. It's instead of just being called Aurora, it's, I don't know, crate of Aurora or something, or barrel of Aurora. But I don't think it is actually there. Also, I think that there's a ton of stuff on the ship here that's actually not, how would I put it? It's not actually on, yeah, how would I word it? It's not actually in the hold, it's literally the clutter that's lying around the place, I think. Anyway, whatever. Looks like we're clear to go. Big ass UC warship, eh? Hmm. I admit, they are quite big ass looking, aren't they? I bet the one I came from is, yeah, quite massive. These are ones around it are more my size. Or more the size of my ship, aren't they? Right, anyway. Well, that's that quest started. Search for evidence, proceed to Cydonia. High price to pay. Right, yeah, so we'll just walk past security this time. Don't talk to them, because they are just going to lock me up, apparently. Nowadays, right. And we'll get some of the main quest done. We might look into doing this side mission if we get the time. But I'm not leaving it on this massive cliffhanger with everything, you know, shut down and... Oh. I guess we don't get to walk through and see all the devastation then. I mean, I'm grabbing the ammo and the money. I don't know why they've just left it there. I'll not bother grabbing all the guns and that though. Strange to think that the place is open when there's literally a dead guy there. Well, 2 dead guys even. Can I now just fast travel to the lodge? No, I cannot. Okay. And it still wants to do that. High price to pay. Done. Mast. Right. We'll head back to the lodge. We'll get this all sorted. And then we will, yeah, we'll get on the, well, whatever the next leg of the main story is. I'm guessing it just involves us finding more artifacts.
Stay strong. There will be time to fall apart once this is all over.
Right. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what is what then here. Move to the lodge basement.
Morale in the lodge has been measurably reduced.
Talk to Matteo.
A million times over, but I think I have something.
It looks
I'm
like
serious.
honestly, it's not bad considering we were literally like attacked by space
If I
aliens.
may, I know our encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that?
He said our part in glimpsing the Unity was over.
Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
Where is it anyway?
It's right here in the city, just a block or so from the lodge.
We might as well go
There's
and
no
chat.
harm in gathering more information.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but I'll meet you over there.
get.
No wonder we're getting loads of level ups and money boosted and all that. I mean, look, they just gave me 11 grand for coming and having a chat. And we've got 2 level ups while we've been doing this. And I think it just added a pack. Woo! I mean, granted, it is significantly better than mine, but mine's bolstering. And this isn't. I don't know, I might hold on to it and just add it to, like, a display at my house. On the plus side, we could probably go and try that, what's it, that simulator now. Yeah, we could definitely go into the simulator and blast a few spaceships and level up our piloting skill at this point. Right. I'm genuinely surprised everyone's staying at the lodge though. You think that they'd, at this point, if I'm keeping it in my ship, that they'd all just be on my ship. You know, and we'd be doing like a Millennium Falcon sort of thing where everyone's on the ship and all the stuff's on there as well. Going around in the, you know, what's it like as interstellar camper van, RV if you're an American, and just kind of going and doing
Can you
that.
imagine all the changes it's seen?
Thought we'll be doing that now. Well, kind of looking forward to it actually. Bit of a change of pace, but apparently no, that's not the plan. Right, what are we doing here then? Have they just finished mass for the day or something?
When someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus.
What are the brightest bulbs in the box then?
Do you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels, understand his pain, accept it, and deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy? But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can just love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth, like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last.
I don't know if they're trying to make this sound like a really high-minded philosophical conversation, but it comes across as really dumb. Like the guy's just here like, okay kiddos, today I'm going to talk to you about empathy. Did you know when you punch people, it hurts them? It doesn't just hurt your knuckles when they crack on their skull, but it actually hurts the other person as well. Think about that the next time that you're punching someone. Okay, man, I'm just gonna borrow him here.
Can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo, it's been too long.
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh.
Do they all wear these funny hats then? I think your church is connected to a group of space. I'll just let Matteo handle the talking here. He's the religious one.
To talk to you about unity.
You want to subject your friend here to one of our talks, Mateo? The future of humanity is always a long discussion.
I honestly think the church probably discusses unity in more of a generic, you know, high-minded concept term, and is not connected to a space cult, but
does it mean anything else?
This is a video game, so the odds are it's probably exactly what we expect it to be.
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
This is when he takes his hat off and it's like he's just an alien. Yeah, takes the hat off, shows his antenna off. Oh, they're already in apparently. Okay. teleport in, why don't you?
Oh, now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
It started with the discovery of artifacts.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
Right, I know it's stretched, but we hope you can help us. I don't need a lecture, this was a mistake. So there's basically two options of just
if you're
being
willing
rude.
to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering.
Do you want to be nice, or do you want to be various flavors of
rude? The Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Right, let's hear the story then.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Not saying very specific. Sounds like the House of Enlightenment and Baron had the other parts. Then, the story includes a set of coordinates. We're not finding anything. Very insane.
Something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
Talking to House of Varun seems like a mistake. They're dangerous. You already talked to him. Why send me?
Because I wasn't looking to find unity in the same sense you are. A fresh set of eyes might reveal the truth.
Fine.
The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay. So this is split off into side missions as well. Okay, what have we got? Talk to the prisoner, the House of Enlightenment. Oh, we can just go. Guess we're gonna go and have a little chat with them then. See what they've got to say. Oh, I almost thought it were gonna crash then. Right, the Varun prisoner. House of the Enlightenment. Okay. Looks like they're not overly far. Right.
Security scanners, chemical samples.
They're just over here. Wow, okay. I'm guessing that they're probably not over here. He said that they were in the well, didn't he? So is this just going to be a door that leads us to... It probably is. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we'll go and talk to the prisoner first, because they will probably just be in this room, because this is the security office. So they'll just be in here. Right. Thank you very much for watching. That's going to probably do it for the episode. We'll go and have a little chat with these two tomorrow, and we'll see if we can... It honestly sounds like the equivalent of like going to, you know, it's like, hey, if we go and listen to the story of creation from, you know, the Christians, the Muslims, and the Jewish, we'll probably, you know, figure out the meaning of the galaxy or something. It's almost like they've, like we're doing the we're doing that with the, you know, futuristic made-up religions here, isn't it? Get all the stories of creation and see if it adds up to something. And then we're just going to figure out that we're all in a petri dish in some alien laboratory. Who knows? Either way though, we've got 2 skill points to spend at some point. Which, like I said, I'll have to look at how we go about doing this. I'll have to remember which quest it is. I think it is that join the Vanguard one, but I'll double check. And we can probably do that while we're here. Get some piloting experience in, get some time in on the simulator, max that out, and then we'll go looking around for ship parts, get it all upgraded, and then look at this whole Unity thing. Right, thank you very much for watching. This has been Starfield, and I'll see you in the next episode. I'll see you then.